Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new video from me, something a little bit different from me today on the eve of the Euro 2020/21 tournament. Just going to be looking at the my predictions really, how I see it all going. I'm just going to dive straight in with Group A, so I expect Italy to finish top. Really well settled side, quite youthful as well. Mancini is very popular with the players. Calls a lot of players up who are deserving rather than names, which I think he's been doing ever since he took up the job. So that's something to look forward to. A lot of really good talent. If you watch any of Serie A, you'll be aware of the talent. And I've got Switzerland to finish second. Very astute. They always seem to qualify from their groups, whether it's in the World Cup or the Euros. Just a well-balanced side. Defensively, I think they'll be very good. I think they play three at the back, so I think they'll be able to get draws here and there, or at least keep things very tight. I think a lot of people are expecting too much of Turkey. Their defence isn't all that good. I know they've got Soyuncu and Demirel at the back, but when they seem to put it together, they've conceded 3 against Latvia. I think it was a 3-3 draw. But yeah, they don't seem to be all that good defensively, so I can see them huffing and puffing, and they're relying on I think Burak Yilmaz is about 36 now, 35, something like that. They're relying on a very old centre forward who has just won the league with Lille and who is very impressive. But in terms of a tournament and going again and again and again, every 4 or 5 days, I don't think Turkey will be up to much, unfortunately. And as for Wales, unfortunately, I don't see them replicating what they did 5 years ago. I don't think anyone does, to be quite frank. That was astonishing back then. However, they are capable of getting results. I think they may be able to get a result against Switzerland and Turkey, but we're talking about draws here, and that won't be enough to see them into the second round. So they've got a lot of players who are likely to start that just haven't had great club seasons. Gareth Bale started off slowly and finished off pretty well, to be honest. And it's Wales, Golf, Madrid, but he's got other players around him like Ramsey, who hasn't played all that much, and then you've got Kiefer Moore, who I don't think will start because they're going to play Dan James. Dan James hasn't played all that much. You're asking a lot of players who haven't played much, so I think they'll finish bottom. But yeah, Italy and Switzerland to go through, and Turkey, I think they will go through in the third place qualifiers. Moving on to Group B then, and as you can see, a bit of a shock there. I've got Denmark to finish top, I think, because Denmark are playing 3 home games essentially in Copenhagen. They're going to get a lot done against Belgium. I can see them getting a draw against Belgium and then 2 wins against Russia and Finland respectively. Belgium without KDB for at least the first game, they're going to struggle possibly against Russia in that first game, given that it is in Russia and it'll be a full, if not very full, stadium. Belgium, they're a bit of a weird one. It's when they get all these players back, Kevin De Bruyne, I think they've got a few other injuries there too. But Martinez seems to be quite popular there, so he'll be able to get the best out of whoever plays. They've got an abundance of talent. This is probably one of their very last chances, if not the World Cup, in a year and a bit's time. Their last chance to actually achieve something. So yeah, Russia not going to do much, unfortunately. I don't think they've got good players, but a lot of them we don't see, so it's hard to predict where they're going to finish because all of their players are in the Russian league. And Finland, since qualifying fairly easily, they have done absolutely nothing. They've been quite poor, if we're going to be completely honest. So yeah, the bottom 2 sides aren't going to do much. I haven't got either of them to go through into the round of 16, the second round either. So yeah, Denmark and Belgium to go through in that one. Right then, Group C, I'm fully expecting Ukraine to win this group, to be quite honest. I think defensively they're very good in a tournament format. That's going to help them really well. Andriy Shevchenko seems to have got them playing really nice football. They don't concede many at all. yeah, I think they'll do really well. Netherlands, I've got them to finish second. I think if they finish second and do well in this tournament, it's down to the players, not the manager. Players will definitely carry them. Tactically, I don't think Frank de Boer has got it right at all. And yeah, I just can't see them doing well at all, unfortunately. Austria have got to finish fourth because there's a lot of second-rate Bundesliga players that they're playing out of position. And they didn't look all that good against England in that friendly, so difficult one to call there. North Macedonia, I think, will surprise a few people. They've got some really good players like Elmas, Alioski, Trajkovski and Pandev, really good players capable of producing moments, essentially, which is what they'll be working towards, just playing the moments, which I think they're more than capable of doing. So yeah, Ukraine, Netherlands to go through. Sadly, I don't think North Macedonia will have enough to finish with enough points to go through to the second round, though. Right then, we will move on to Group D, England's group. I'm fully expecting Czech Republic to finish bottom. I think with the advantage that England and Scotland have of their home games, I think that'll be a bit too much for them. I'm expecting Scotland to get to the second round based on the fact that they're probably going to get a win off the Czech Republic. And they might get a result against Croatia too. So I've got England finishing first. I think they'll definitely have enough to top their group. I don't think Croatia are the same settled side that they were 3 years ago in the World Cup. But it will be a very interesting group. I think the England-Scotland game will certainly be a more difficult one than England are expecting. Definitely be interesting though. Like I say, Czech Republic will finish bottom. Scotland will get enough points off the other two. They may even finish second, to be quite honest. And Croatia, not the same team. They're missing Mandzukic and Rakitic, so I expect them not to be as good as they were 3 years ago. Group E, the penultimate group. So this is a bit of a strange one, given that Spain's circumstances have all changed. A lot of players in different bubbles and things. Players coming back from certain bubbles. Players with positive tests, and then the day after getting negative tests. So I have actually put Spain to finish top because I think, if they have some of their players back, they'll definitely be up there. Slovakia have got finishing bottom. If they're still relying on Marek Hamšík, then they've got no chance. Poland, I think they find it incredibly difficult to feed Lewandowski for some reason. They've got an abundance of talent, but for some reason when it gets to the international stage, it just never works. I'm thinking of Group H in the World Cup where they were in the party group. So they got, Senegal, who they had? They had Senegal, Colombia and Japan, and they were just dismal in all 3 games pretty much. So yeah, I expect Sweden to get it done. Sweden missing Dejan Kulusevski for the first, if not a few, of the group games. Hopefully he comes back though to partner Alexander Isak up front, because I think that'll be a really good partnership that a lot of people will be new to. Players playing in different divisions away from the Premier League. So yeah, I think Spain will win. Sweden will go through. Sweden could be a bit of a surprise of the tournament. Poland will flat to deceive as always, and Slovakia bottom. Right then, on to Group F. So looking at this group of death, we'll start with Hungary. Lots of home games for Hungary. However, they're missing their best player, Dominik Szoboszlai. Moving on to Germany. I think they will finish just above Hungary in third. Probably amass enough points to go through. Defensively, not all that great anymore. And up top, attacking wise, I don't think they'll be able to get much done either. Werner, we've seen him in the Premier League. He may well have a Champions League medal. However, we've seen him in the season missing various chances, constantly straying offside. I don't think they can have enough against Portugal or France. Moving on to Portugal, I think they will find it very difficult to put all of their best players together. You got Ronaldo, Jota, João Felix, Bruno Fernandes. Putting it all together, I just think will be a little bit difficult. Andre Silva as well. Where do you play him? I don't know. So yeah, I think they'll finish second because they'll amass enough points to get up with Germany, I think. And France, quite an easy one. they should see off a few of these. Great defence squad. If you can get Benzema firing in the international stage again, then they should have a very good tournament. But yeah, Hungary bottom, France top, and Portugal going through automatically. Right, moving on to the last 16 now, and we're going to start with Denmark, Poland. Denmark are definitely going to have too much for Poland, who are going to huff and puff against them. Denmark, I expect to score a couple on the break and beat Poland there. Italy, Netherlands, mentioned it earlier, Netherlands do not have the manager. Italy have the players and the manager. They're going to go through on that one. Turkey, not going to be as good as everyone thinks. France are going to coast past them fairly easily. Tough game here, Croatia and Sweden. I think Sweden possibly could win this game. However, whoever gets through this game is going to have to come against France, and that's never going to be easy. I think Croatia are going to have the players to turn it on, so they're going to go through. Spain against Scotland. I could easily see Scotland winning this because I believe it's Hampton Park. Yes, it is. Scotland could easily win this, but I'm just going to say Spain for the just because, you know, they might have that one or two player can just turn it on. They might be more tactically astute. I'm not entirely sure. England, Portugal. A lot of England's progression this tournament is going to be based on how they rotate their attacking players. We've got loads of attacking players, and we need to keep them sharp in body and mind. So I've got them to beat Portugal, who I think, like I said earlier, will struggle to put all of their tools together. Moving on to Ukraine, Germany. I think Ukraine will have a really good tournament, and if they were to win this game, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I've backed them personally in a bet to get to the quarterfinals, so it upsets me that I've put them here to lose to Germany, but Germany might just end up Ukraine might end up starstruck with some of the players that Germany have. So I've got Germany to go through there. Belgium, Switzerland. I've got Belgium to go through. You know, they'll have KDB back by that point, so I expect them to go through. Moving on to the quarter-finals then. So we've got Denmark and Italy. People are expecting Denmark to do great things. If great things means going past the quarter-finals, then I'm alarmed. They're never getting past the quarter-finals, no matter who they play, sorry. They just don't have enough, unfortunately. So I've got Italy to beat them there. France are going to beat Croatia once again, a repeat of the World Cup final, that one. England are definitely going to have a really good chance against Spain, especially, like I said, if they rotate and keep everyone fresh. That game's being played in Rome. And Germany, Belgium, like I said, Belgium are probably going to have players back by this point, so you know they'll be fresh. May as well do the games while I'm here. So Italy, France. Once Italy get this far in a tournament, bar 9 years ago, they usually go on and win it. I think they'll be very tactically astute against France, and they'll do really well. So I expect them to get to the final, and I also expect, like I say, England, if they're fresh, if they've got players who are going to do, who can turn a game on its head at certain points, then they're going to get to the final, which is where they will lose to Italy, in my opinion. I've done this prediction at least 8 times now, and every single time I come out with an Italy win. I just cannot see past it, unfortunately. Their home form, a lot of their games are at home, and their overall form under Mancini has been absolutely spectacular. So yeah, I can't see past Italy, unfortunately. Let me know what you think though in the comments. Please like and subscribe. I've tried to do this video numerous times due to sound and all sorts, so please let me know if you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you disagree, because you will. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you soon.